Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Literally in my pajamas and a scrunchie, so I hope that's not too distracting for you. Are we gonna be okay with looking at this hair for like the next God knows how many minutes? So today I want to talk to you guys all about Instagram. I want to tell you how I think, the way I personally prefer to, how to take photos, lighting, tips for shooting, editing, planning your feed, pretty much the start to finish for Instagram. So let's start with shooting, okay? You are going out, and you got a cute outfit on, and you're gonna go take some photos. Also, let me just say, I've been doing this for about 4 years, and it took me a while to get all this down. So don't be discouraged. My hair. God, this looks so crazy. Anywho, so what I now do, which I find really helpful, is I plan my outfit, and then before I go out to shoot, I plan like a game plan for the shots I want to take. So I look at my outfit and I'm like, okay, like this looks good with the jacket on. It also looks good with the jacket off. You know, maybe if I have a sweater, I'm like, ooh, I want to get one with the sweater tied around. So I look at different ways that I can shoot the same outfit so I can get multiple looks in one shot. And I'll put in my phone, okay, full body with sort of like a simple background. So we'll have full body, simple background. And then we'll have half body, which is kind of like a torso. And maybe I want that in a city background. And then maybe I'm wearing like cool shoes that I like, so I add detail shot shoes. So just there, I have about 6 or 7 different photos already planned out. And it sort of helps me get a vision of what I want, so I'm not like, you know, meeting my friends and being like, I don't know what to do. Like, should I go here? Should I go here? So it's helpful for me to have a vision. And then when you're actually shooting, here are some tips to get a good photo while you're shooting. So my number one tip is always keep moving. I take probably, I don't know, 200 shots when I shoot usually, maybe more, because I just keep moving and my friend is like, click, 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 like keep going. So, you know, move, walk around, turn around, take your jacket on, take your jacket off. And you're gonna get a lot of ones that look bad, but you're also gonna get a few that look really natural, really candid, like in that moment shot. Don't do a pose that like you wouldn't normally do. You know what I mean? Like, does anyone really sit like this? Like, no, like I don't sit like this. I sit like this. Start kind of paying attention to like the way you sit and the way you walk and the way you stand. And for me, those are like the most interesting and most like relatable photos because like you actually look natural. Like nothing to me is more cringe than a photo where someone's like posing like so hard and it's like not cute. Okay, angles. Let's talk about angles. So different shots are best taken from certain angles. So if you're doing a half body, so like torso up, you want the camera to kind of be right in front of you. I think that's the most flattering. A lot of times, especially guys, like if I have like a guy take my photo and they're tall and they take it from like above and it's just so not cute. So I like it to be like a little bit below eye level, like kind of here. For full bodies, you want the person to be low. So have them be like low and then tilt the camera up a little bit. So when you tilt the camera up a little bit when you're shooting, it's gonna elongate your legs. If you tilt the camera down when you're shooting, it's gonna make your legs look shorter. I also have a trick for that in post-production while you're editing too. In case someone takes a photo and they're like angling down, there is a way when you edit where you can take the floor and kind of like put it that way. Shout out to Vaseline. Okay, I also want to talk about lighting and the different types of lighting for when you shoot. A consistent feed requires consistent lighting conditions. I usually don't like to shoot in direct sunlight. or like in the sun, because that's gonna create a lot of shadow, a lot of like contrast. The colors are gonna be a lot brighter, the shadows are gonna be a lot darker, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people love that, but for me, I like a little bit more of a muted, neutral, kind of like very neutral palette. So I like to shoot in the shade, because in the shade, it's a little more flat, if that makes sense. It's a little more soft. The colors aren't as harsh. And I personally like the look of that more. I don't edit much at all because I just make sure I shoot in lighting that I like, so I don't have to edit anything. Time of day is also really important. So it's best to shoot in the morning or in the late afternoon because the sun goes like this. So in the morning, the sun's here, so it's low, so it's gonna be on you, which is nice. It's like a soft light, and it's kind of like a ring light. Like I have a ring light in front of me right now. I got a ring light there in front of me, see? So imagine that's the sun, and that's the sun in the morning. And then in the middle of the day, the ring light would be on top of my head, and that's not cute because we've all been in a restaurant with that light on top of our head and it makes you look shadowy. It's just like, it's not cute. A lot of people love golden hour because it gives you that golden glow. Again, me personally, I like a more muted neutral color palette. So I'm not super into golden hour, but what I do like is the moments right after the sun goes down. So if I'm like on vacation or I'm shooting in like a tropical place, like I'm in Miami, right? And it's just so sunny all day long and I can't find any shade. Like say I want to shoot at the beach, but I can't find any shade because there's no buildings to give shade. I'll wait till the sun goes down. It's like golden hour and then it's like blue hour. So the sun's gone, the lighting's soft. There's technically no sun in the sky, but it's not dark yet. Do you know what I mean? I really like that type of sunlight. So yeah, it's kind of about finding what aesthetic you like and then being consistent with it. Because if I take one photo in like really aggressive sunlight, like really bright sunlight with tons of shadows, it's beautiful, but it's like not really like my vibe. Okay, I went off camera to drink some water and put my hair in a ponytail, so hopefully I look less insane. So, now let's talk about editing. So you got all your shots, you've hearted all the ones you've liked, you've narrowed it down, and you found the one that you want to post. So, sorry, I'm using the camera as like a mirror as I fix my hair. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how I edit my photos. This picture, for example, it's not bad. It doesn't need that much editing, but we could definitely do a little something, something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open it in Facetune. I'm gonna start by adding detail. So I take the detail tool and I just rub it over my shoes. I zoom in, rub it over my necklace. I like to detail my eyelashes and like my mouth, maybe my hair, detail the coat. And it's very subtle. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to see the before and after, but it just adds a little bit of dimension. So I'm gonna detail. And then I think I'm gonna try to patch out this sign. So I take the patch tool and I just kind of go like this. It takes forever. So to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna do it in this photo because I don't know if I care enough. However, sometimes if there's things in the background that I don't like, I will patch it out. But I don't know if I have the patience to do this right now. So you know what, we're just gonna leave it. So something else I like to do is I'm gonna change the background a little bit. I'm gonna go to filters. I'm gonna go to lighting and I'm gonna go to darken. And I'm gonna just pull it down to about 16. And I'm gonna only darken the background so I pop and look a little bit lighter. So what I click is I click wipe clear. And then after I hit clear, I can fill in the background with that darken at 16 that we selected. So it'll make the background a little bit darker. And this is really great because you can do this with darken, you can do it with lighten, you can do it with saturation, which I'm about to show you. That's kind of a cool trick. So let's see, I just made the background a little bit darker. And these are like very, very subtle. It still looks natural, but they're very subtle things. So yeah, the last thing I'm gonna show you that I sometimes do, especially if I'm shooting in a background that's a little bit too colorful, filters, and then I can go to black and white. I usually pick black and white silver, and I'll turn it down to like 38. So I'm turning the saturation down, and then again, I'm going to go wipe, clear, and I'm just gonna fill in this building. So the building's a little bit desaturated. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that like I like to keep my feed pretty minimal. So I don't like to have too much color. I just kind of like to keep things clean. Yeah, you can see the difference is slight, but look at the difference between how blue that blue is versus now it's a little bit desaturated. I mean, it's all really subtle. I don't like extreme editing, but I think it does make a difference. So we're good on that. We're gonna save that. And now I'm gonna show you one more little trick on VSCO. So remember when I was talking about angles when you're shooting a full body, and if someone doesn't get that low angle for you and they're a little bit too high up, this is what you can do. So I go to that thing, whatever it's called, adjust, skew, and with the y-axis, you can pull it out. I mean, I'm not gonna go like too crazy, but you can pull it out a little bit, which just makes you look a little bit taller. So I'll pull it out a little bit. I add some clarity right here. Turn the clarity up to like 1.5 is good. And I rarely add filters these days, but if I do, I like G7 and I turn it down to like 3 or 4. So it's all very, very subtle. All of my editing is very subtle, but you will notice a difference. So save, let's look at a side by side. So this is before and this is after. So it's all very, very subtle. Nothing is too aggressive, nothing is super edited, but it's just like little touches that I like to do to enhance my photo. And then when it comes to planning out my feed, I am kind of crazy about my feed. I have spoken about this in a previous video, I think. Yeah, when it comes to my feed, I'm a little anal about it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not as bad as some people I know, but I am like happier when I have a clean feed, which I know that's an insane thing to say, but it's just like, it's kind of like being tan. Like I don't need to be tan, but I would appreciate it if I was tan, and I would appreciate it if my feed was good. Also, I will just add, for me personally, I only grow when my feed is like on point. So that's just like food for thought. Okay, how do you keep a clean feed? Well, I think, as I said before, lighting is key. Having consistent lighting is very helpful. And also consistent colors. So I am pretty fine with just black, white, and like beige. But if I'm gonna use a color, I'm gonna stick to that one color and kind of thread that throughout. So for example, right now, I'm going with green. It's black, white, beige / neutral counts as a neutral color. So it's neutrals and then green. So matcha and, you know, this green sweatsuit here, another green sweatsuit, you know, matcha, the Bottega Veneta bag. So I was kind of trying to weave green throughout my feed. If you want an easy recipe for a clean feed, this is kind of like a no-fail recipe. And I'm gonna give it to you now. full body, filler pic, half body, detail shot. And then repeat, full body, filler, half body, detail. Even just going outfit, filler, outfit, filler, outfit, filler, that will be perfectly amazing. When in doubt, just alternate between an outfit and a filler, because as you can see, like, you don't want the outfit photos to kind of line up or be next to each other. You want them to be diagonal from each other, and that to me is what creates a really beautiful dynamic feed. And honestly, like, it is an art. A good feed is an art, and I think that, like, it should be respected. I respect the hell out of people who can keep their feed so consistent. Like, I think that's all I have to say on Instagram. Yeah, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe, guys, and keep watching. So go out there, take those bomb photos, and like, kill it, okay? I'll see you in my next video.